Snow White and the Huntsman is a 2012 American dark fantasy action-adventure film directed by Rupert Sanders and written by Evan Doherty, John Lee Hancock, and Hossein Amini. Produced by Roth Films and distributed by Universal Pictures, the film is based on the Brothers Grimm's 1812 fairy tale Snow White, and stars Kristen Stewart, Charlize Theron, Chris Hemsworth, and Sam Claflin. The plot follows Princess Snow White, who grows up imprisoned by her evil stepmother, the powerful sorceress Ravenna. After Snow White escapes into the forest, Ravenna enlists a huntsman named Eric to capture her, but he eventually becomes Snow White's companion in a quest to overthrow Ravenna and end her dark reign. Snow White and the Huntsman was theatrically released in the United Kingdom on May 30, 2012, and in the United States on June 1, 2012, by Universal Pictures. The film was a box office success, having grossed $396.6 million worldwide against a $170 million budget. Critics praised the production design and visual effects, and Theron's and Hemsworth's performances, as well as James Newton Howard's score, while the action sequences and Stewart's and Claflin's performances received mixed reviews. The film received 2 Oscar nominations for Best Visual Effects and Best Costume Design at the 85th Academy Awards. Stewart won Worst Actress at the 33rd Golden Raspberry Awards. A sequel, titled The Huntsman, Winter's War, directed by the first film's visual effects supervisor Cedric Nicholas Troyan, was released on April 22, 2016, with Hemsworth, Theron, Claflin, and Nick Frost reprising their roles. Plot: while admiring a bright red rose blooming during a white winter, Queen Eleanor of Tabor pricks her finger on its thorns. 3 drops of blood fall onto the snow, and she wishes for a daughter with skin as white as snow, lips as red as blood, hair as black as a raven's wings, and a heart as strong as the rose. The queen gives birth to Snow White but falls ill and dies many years later. After her death, Snow White's father, King Magnus, and his army battle an invading army of glass soldiers. King Magnus finds a prisoner called Ravenna, becomes enchanted with her beauty and marries her the next day. Ravenna is in fact a powerful sorceress who used the false glass army to charm her way into the kingdom. On their wedding night, she confesses that there was a king much like Magnus that used her, hurt her, then discarded her. She kills him before taking over the kingdom. Snow White's childhood friend William and his father, Duke Hammond, escape but are unable to rescue her, and she is locked away in a tower for years. Ravenna does not know why she allowed Snow White to live, but has a feeling about her. Tabor and its people deteriorate under Queen Ravenna's rule. She periodically drains the youth from the kingdom's young women in order to maintain a spell cast over her as a child by her mother, which allows Ravenna to keep her youthful beauty. When Snow White comes of age, Ravenna learns from her magic mirror that Snow White is destined to destroy her unless she consumes the girl's heart, which will make her immortal. Ravenna sends her brother Finn to bring her the princess, but Snow White escapes into the dark forest, where Ravenna has no power. The queen makes a bargain with Eric the huntsman, a widower and drunkard, to capture her, promising to bring his wife back to life in exchange. However, when Finn reveals that Ravenna does not actually have the power to revive the dead, the huntsman helps Snow White escape. The Duke and William learn that Snow White is alive, so William leaves the castle to find her, joining Finn's group as a bowman. Snow White saves the huntsman's life by charming a troll that attacks them. They make their way to a fishing village populated by women who have disfigured themselves to make themselves useless to Ravenna. The huntsman learns Snow White's true identity, and leaves her in the care of the women. He quickly returns when he sees the village being burned down by Finn's men. Snow White and the huntsman evade them and meet a band of 8 dwarfs. The blind dwarf, Muir, perceives that Snow White is the only person who can end Ravenna's reign. As they travel through a fairy sanctuary, they are attacked by Finn and his men. A battle ensues during which Finn, his men, and one of the dwarfs are killed. William joins the group on their journey to Hammond's castle. Ravenna disguises herself as William and tempts Snow White into eating a poisoned apple before fleeing. William kisses Snow White, though nothing happens. A single tear is shed from her eye. Snow White's body is taken to Hammond's castle. The huntsman professes his regret for being unable to save her, as her heart and strength remind him of his wife, Sarah. He kisses her yet does not notice a second tear fall from her eyes, as two kisses of true love break the spell. Snow White awakens and rallies the Duke's army to mount a siege against Ravenna. The dwarfs infiltrate the castle through the sewers and open the gates, allowing the army inside. Snow White and Ravenna fight. When Ravenna is about to kill her, Snow White uses a move the huntsman taught her and stabs her to death in the heart. The kingdom once again enjoys peace as Snow White is crowned the new Queen of Tabor. Cast: Kristen Stewart as Snow White, the daughter of King Magnus and Queen Eleanor and the stepdaughter of the evil Queen Ravenna. Rafe Cassidy as young Snow White. Charlize Theron as Ravenna, Snow White's evil stepmother. Izzy Meekel-Small as young Ravenna. Chris Hemsworth as Eric the Huntsman, a widower and drunkard, who helps Snow White escape Ravenna. Sam Claflin as William, son of Duke Hammond. Xavier Atkins as young William. Sam Spruill as Finn, Ravenna's younger brother and enforcer. Elliot Reeve as young Finn. Vincent Regan as Duke Hammond, William's father. Lily Cole as Greta, a young girl who befriends Snow White. Noah Huntley as King Magnus, Snow White's father. Liberty Ross as Queen Eleanor, Snow White's mother. Chris Obie as the voice of Mirror Man, the physical form of the magic mirror. Rachel Sterling as Anna. Hattie Godobt as Lily. Greg Hicks as Black Knight General. Peter Ferdinando as Black Knight. Anastasia Hill as Ravenna's mother. Matt Berry as Percy. The Dwarves. The dwarves were played by actors of average height who had their faces digitally attached to small bodies. This caused a protest from the little people of America. 7. Ian McShane as Baith, the leader of the dwarves. Bob Hoskins as Muir, the blind elder dwarf, who possesses the powers of premonition. This was Hoskins's final role before his retirement from acting later in 2012 due to Parkinson's disease, and subsequent death on April 29, 2014. Ray Winstone as Gort, an ill-tempered dwarf. Nick Frost as Neonate Bates' right-hand man. Toby Jones as Carl, Duer's older brother. Eddie Marson as Duer, Carl's younger brother. Johnny Harris as Quird, Muir's son. Brian Gleason as Gus, the youngest of the dwarves who develops a bond with Snow White and later sacrifices himself to save her. Production. Development. Evan Doherty initially wrote the screenplay in 2003, when he was studying at NYU. 9 At the time, gritty reboots of fairy tales were not a popular film genre and, according to Doherty, no one really knew what to do with it. 9. More problems came when the release of Terry Gilliam's The Brothers Grimm, 2005, flopped at the box office, which caused potential buyers to be hesitant about the script. 9. The script was finally greenlit after the success of Tim Burton's Alice in Wonderland, 2010. 9. Casting. Theron and Stewart at WonderCon 2012 in Anaheim, California in March 2012. Film producers considered casting a lesser-known actress for the role of Snow White, with mention of Riley Keough, Felicity Jones, Bella Heathcote, Alicia Vikander, Lily Collins, and Rachel Maxwell as possible picks. This idea became less likely as known actresses Dakota Fanning and Kristen Stewart were later rumored to be shortlisted for the role. 10 On March 4, 2011, co-producer Palak Patel confirmed that Stewart was offered the role. 11 Winona Ryder was initially considered to play Queen Ravenna, before the role went to Charlize Theron. 12 Tom Hardy was supposedly first offered the role of Eric, the Huntsman, but turned down the offer. The role was then apparently offered to Michael Fassbender 13 and then Johnny Depp, but both claimed to have declined it. 14 Viggo Mortensen was said to have been in negotiations with Universal for the part, but supposedly turned down the role. 2. 15. It was claimed that Hugh Jackman was offered the role, but that he declined. 16. In 2011, Thor star Chris Hemsworth was eventually cast in the role of the Huntsman. 17. Filming. The Marlow Sands filming location for Snow White and the Huntsman. Principal photography took place in the United Kingdom. Most indoor scenes were shot at Pinewood Studios. 18. The beach scenes were predominantly filmed in Pembrokeshire, Wales, on the Marlow Sands beach near the village of Marlows between September 26 and 29, 2011. 19. Though the beach was not closed to the public during filming, as filming progressed, certain parts were advised to be off limits. A computer-generated castle was set on nearby Gateholm Island. A field above the beach was used for production purposes, and a special wooden ramp was built for vehicles and horses to access the beach. Citation needed filming also took place at Frensham Small Pond. 2021. The film used academic consultants from the University of Chichester and the University of Oxford for backup research on fairy tales and medieval battles. 22. Music. Main article, Snow White and the Huntsman, soundtrack. James Newton Howard composed the music for the film. The English band Florence and the Machine recorded Breath of Life exclusively for the film, which was reportedly inspired by Theron's character Queen Ravenna. 23-24 Ioanijika of Io Echo performed Gone, a song that is played at Gus's funeral in the film. Release. The film had its premiere on May 14, 2012, at the Empire, Leicester Square, in London. Citation needed. The film was released on DVD and Blu-ray in Region 1 on September 11, 2012-25 with both the theatrical version, 127 minutes, and an extended version, 132 minutes, available on both formats. The film was released on the same formats in Region 2 on October 1, 2012. 26. A book based on the film was published June 5, 2012. 27-28. Reception. Box office. Hemsworth at the Snow White and the Huntsman movie premiere, Sydney in June 2012. Snow White and the Huntsman earned $155.3 million in North America, along with $241.3 million in other territories, for a worldwide total of $396.6 million. 5. In North America, the film earned $1.38 million from midnight showings. 29. For its opening day, the film topped the box office with $20.5 million. 30. It debuted in first place at the box office during its opening weekend with $56.2 million. 31. It is the 17th highest grossing 2012 film. 32. Outside North America, Snow White and the Huntsman had an opening of $39.3 million, ranking second overall for the weekend behind Men in Black 3, however, it ranked number 1 in 30 countries. 33. Critical response. Stewart at the Snow White and the Huntsman premiere, Sydney in June 2012. Snow White and the Huntsman received mixed reviews from critics. The film has a 48% score on Rotten Tomatoes based on 245 reviews, with an average rating of 5.6/10. The site's consensus states, while it offers an appropriately dark take on the fairy tale that inspired it, Snow White and the Huntsman is undone by uneven acting, problematic pacing, and a confused script. 34. On Metacritic, the film has a score of 57 out of 100, based on 39 critics, indicating mixed or average reviews. 35 CinemaScore polls conducted revealed the average grade that filmgoers gave the film was a B on an A+ to F scale. 36. David Adelstein of New York praised the film's revisionist tone and said the film was strongly influenced by a lot of smart, feminist thinking. 37. Roger Ebert gave the film 3.5 stars out of 4 and said, Snow White and the Huntsman reinvents the legendary story in a film of astonishing beauty and imagination. It's the last thing you would expect from a picture with this title. It falters in its storytelling, because Snow White must be entirely good, the Queen must be entirely bad, and there's no room for nuance. The end is therefore predetermined. But, oh, what a ride, and concluded, there is a great film here somewhere, perhaps one that allowed greater complexity for the characters. But considering that I walked in expecting no complexity at all, let alone the visual wonderments, Snow White and the Huntsman is a considerable experience. 38 AO. Scott of the New York Times praised Theron's performance and also wrote, though it is an ambitious, at times mesmerizing, application of the latest cinematic technology, the movie tries to recapture some of the menace of the stories that used to be told to scare children rather than console them. 39. Owen Gleiberman of Entertainment Weekly wrote, Ravenna hates living in a world where men can feed on women's beauty and then toss them away. She's a fascist of feminism, and Theron's acting has the blood of operatic anger coursing through it. 40. Betsy Sharkey of the Los Angeles Times said the film is an absolute wonder to watch and creates a warrior princess for the ages. But what this revisionist fairy tale does not give us is a passionate love, its kisses are as chaste as the snow is white. 41. Rolling Stone's Peter Travers called it a visual marvel while noting that Stewart morphs convincingly from a skittish girl into a determined warrior princess. 42. MSN News said that Stewart grows into her character, it seems, and eventually got this reviewer completely on her side. 43. Colin Covert of the Minneapolis Star-Tribune gave the film 4 fourth stars. 44. Richard Roper of the Chicago Sun-Times gave the movie a B+, calling it vastly superior to Mirror, and praising Theron and Stewart's performances. 45. Peter Bradshaw of The Guardian said that while the film is less jokey than the recent Mirror, this Twilightified fairytale has the same basic problem, and that the result is tangled and overblown. 46. Mick LaSalle of the San Francisco Chronicle called it a slow, boring film that has no charm and is highlighted only by a handful of special effects and Charlize Theron's truly evil queen. 47. Michael O'Sullivan of the Washington Post also gave the film a negative review, overlong, overcrowded, overstimulating and with an over-the-top performance by Charlize Theron as the Evil Queen Ravenna. The movie is a virtual orchard of toxic excess, starting with the unnecessarily sprawling cast of characters. 48. Lisa Kennedy of the Denver Post gave the film 2 out of 4 stars and said, only Bob Hoskins as the blind seer Muir comes close to making us care. We can almost glean Snow White's heroic possibilities through his clouded eyes. As much as we'd like to, we certainly can't from Stewart's efforts. 49. Film comments Scott Foundas states that Stewart's Snow White pouts her lips, bats her bedroom eyes, and scarcely seems to have more on her mind than who might take her to the senior prom, let alone the destiny of an entire kingdom. Kristen James Stewart, born April 9, 1990, is an American actress and filmmaker. Her career spans from major blockbusters to intimate arthouse dramas, and she has earned a reputation for portraying complex, introspective characters. As a performer, she is known for her subtle and naturalistic style of acting. Stewart has been ranked among the world's highest paid actors and her works have collectively grossed over $4 billion worldwide. She has received various accolades, including a British Academy Film Award and a César Award, in addition to nominations for an Academy Award and a Golden Globe Award. Born and raised in Los Angeles to parents who both worked in the entertainment industry, Stewart's film breakthrough came at age 12 for her role as the daughter of Jodie Foster's character in David Fincher's thriller Panic Room, 2002. As a young actress, she gained further recognition for her performances in Speak, 2004, Into the Wild, 2007, Adventureland, 2009, and The Runaways, 2010. She achieved international stardom for starring as Bella Swan in the Twilight Saga film series, 2008 to 2012, which ranks among the highest-grossing film franchises. She also starred in mainstream films such as Snow White and the Huntsman, 2012, Charlie's Angels, 2019, and Happiest Season, 2020. Stewart ventured away from big-budget films in favor of independent productions. She earned critical acclaim for her performances in Camp X-Ray, 2014, Clouds of Sils Maria, 2014, Personal Shopper, 2016, and Seberg, 2019. For her portrayal of Diana, Princess of Wales in Pablo Larraín's biographical drama Spencer, 2021, she received a nomination for the Academy Award for Best Actress. As a director, Stewart's early credits include music videos and the short film Come Swim, 2017. She made her film debut with The Chronology of Water, which premiered in the Uncertain Regard section of the 2025 Cannes Film Festival on May 16, 2025. The film received largely positive reviews from critics. 1. Early life. Kristen James Stewart was born in Los Angeles, California on April 9, 1990. To her father, John Stewart, is a stage manager and television producer. Her mother 3-4 Jules Mann Stewart, is a script supervisor and filmmaker. 2-5 Jules, an Australian native from Maroochydore, Queensland, had studied at the University of Sydney before moving to Hollywood at the age of 16. 6. Jules had been adopted by a Jewish couple, Norma and Ben Ehrman, in 1953 in California. In a November 2019 interview, Stewart said that a DNA test had shown that one of her biological maternal grandparents was Ashkenazi Jewish. 7. Better source needed. Stewart has an older brother, Cameron B. Stewart, and 2 adopted brothers, Dana and Taylor. 8. In 2012, Stewart's mother filed for divorce from John after 27 years of marriage. 5. Stewart grew up in the San Fernando Valley. 2. She attended local schools until the 7th grade. As she became more involved in acting, she continued her education by distance until graduating from high school. 9-10 Since she was raised in a family who work as non-actors in the entertainment industry, Stewart thought she would become a screenwriter or a director, but never considered being an actor. She said, "I never wanted to be the center of attention. I wasn't that. I want to be famous, I want to be an actor kid. I never sought out acting, but I always practiced my autograph because I love pens. I'd write my name on everything." 11. Career. Career beginnings and breakthrough, 2000s. Stewart in 2007. Stewart began acting at age 8, after an agent saw her perform in her elementary school's Christmas play. 12. After auditioning for a year, she got her first role with a small, non-speaking part in the Disney Channel television film The 13th Year. 13. Her next film was The Flintstones in Viva Rock Vegas, where she played the ring toss girl. 13. She also appeared in the independent film The Safety of Objects, 2001, as the tomboy daughter of a troubled single mother, Patricia Clarkson. Stewart also played the tomboy, diabetic daughter of a divorced mother, Jodie Foster, in the thriller film Panic Room, 2002, directed by David Fincher. She was nominated for a Young Artist Award for her performance. 14. Following the success of Panic Room, Stewart was cast in another thriller, Cold Creek Manor, 2003, playing the daughter of Dennis Quaid and Sharon Stone's characters and receiving a Young Artist Award nomination for her performance. 14. At 13, she dropped out of school and switched to homeschooling. 15. At age 14, Stewart had her first starring role in the children's action comedy Catch That Kid, 2004, opposite Max Thieriot and Corbin Bleu. That year, Stewart also played the role of Lila in the thriller, Undertow, 2004. Stewart starred in the Lifetime/Showtime television film Speak, 2004, based on the novel by the same name by Laurie Halse Anderson. Stewart, aged 13 at the time of filming, played Melinda Sordino, a high school freshman who nearly stops speaking after being raped. Her performance was widely praised. The New York Times said, "Ms. Stewart creates a convincing character full of pain and turmoil." 16. Stewart appeared in the fantasy adventure film Zathura, A Space Adventure, 2005, playing the role of Lisa Budwing, the irresponsible older sister of two little boys. While playing a board game, they turn their house into a spacecraft hurtling uncontrollably in outer space. The film was praised by critics, but Stewart's performance did not draw much media attention. Her character is immobilized during most of the film. 17. The following year, she played the character Maya in Fierce People, 2006, directed by Griffin Dunne. After that film, she received the lead role of Jess Solomon in the supernatural thriller film The Messengers. Stewart appeared as teenager Lucy Hardwick in The Land of Women, 2007, a romantic drama starring Meg Ryan and Adam Brody. That same year, Stewart had a small role in the Sean Penn-directed adaptation Into the Wild, portraying Tracy, a teenage singer who has a crush on young adventurer Christopher McCandless, played by Emile Hirsch. While Stephanie Zacharek of Salon.com considered her work a sturdy, sensitive performance, and the Chicago Tribune's Michael Phillips noted that she did vividly well with a sketch of a role, Variety critic Dennis Harvey said, "It's unclear whether Stewart means to be playing hippie chick Tracy as vapid, or whether it just comes off that way." 18. 1920. The film received Screen Actors Guild nomination for Outstanding Performance by a Cast in a Motion Picture. After Into the Wild, Stewart had a cameo appearance in Jumper and also appeared in What Just Happened, which was released in October 2008. 21. She co-starred in The Cake Eaters, an independent film that has been screened only at film festivals. The film received positive reviews. 22. Critic Bill Goody Kuntz from the Arizona Republic said that Stewart really shines. She excels at both aspects of the performance, giving Georgia a strength that defies any sort of pity one might feel for her, without letting us forget her vulnerability. 23. Stewart with Taylor Lautner, left, and Robert Pattinson, middle, at the 2012 San Diego Comic-Con. On November 16, 2007, Summit Entertainment announced that Stewart would play main character Bella Swan in the romantic fantasy film Twilight, based on Stephenie Meyer's novel of the same name. 24. Stewart was on the set of Adventureland when director Catherine Hardwicke visited her for an informal screen test, which captivated the director. 25. She starred alongside Robert Pattinson, who plays Edward Cullen, her vampire boyfriend. Stewart described her approach to the role as capturing that first awakening, that ownership of your body and desire. 26. Twilight was released in the US in November 2008. 27. Owen Gleiberman of Entertainment Weekly described her as the ideal casting choice and praised her for conveying Bella's detachment, as well as her need to bust through it, while Claudia Puig of USA Today criticized her acting for being wooden and lacking variety in her blank facial expressions. 28. 29. She received praise for her role in Adventureland, 2009, a comedy drama film written and directed by Greg Motola, and co-starring Jesse Eisenberg. Critic James Berardinelli said, "Stewart is more than merely appealing in this role, she makes Emma a fully realized woman, and some of the most intricate development results from what the camera observes in Stewart's eyes." 30. Kenneth Turan of the Los Angeles Times said Stewart was beautiful, enigmatic, and very experienced. 31. MSN Movies James Rocky stated, "Stewart's vulnerable, spooky power is used to nice effect." 32. Stewart reprised the role of Bella in a sequel to Twilight, titled New Moon. Jordan Mintzer from Variety called Stewart the heart and soul of the film and praised her for giving both weight and depth to dialogue. She makes Bella's psychological wounds seem like the real deal. 33. On the other hand, Manala Dargis from the New York Times said Stewart's lonely girl blues soon grow wearisome. 34. And Bill Goody Kuntz from the Arizona Republic stated Stewart is a huge disappointment. She sucks the energy right out of the film. 35. She reprised this role in a third film, Eclipse, which was released in June 2010. 36 critics were warmer toward the film compared to its predecessors. 37. Continued Twilight success and dramatic roles, 2010s. Stewart starred in The Yellow Handkerchief, which debuted at the 2009 Sundance Film Festival and was released in theaters in 2010. She also starred alongside James Gandolfini in Welcome to the Rileys, which premiered at the 2010 Sundance Film Festival. That same year, Stewart portrayed rock star Joan Jett in The Runaways, a biographical film of the titular band from writer-director Floria Sigismondi. 38. Stewart met with Jett to prepare for the role and pre-recorded songs in a studio for the film. 39. Praising Stewart's performance, the Metro Times' Bill Holdship wrote, "It turns out that Stewart is actually really good at capturing Jett's icy, tough but cool girl swagger, adding the needed touches of vulnerability that transform it into a pretty terrific performance. Stewart is a genuine rock star here." 40. Also, A.O. Scott of the New York Times noted a watchful and unassuming Stewart gives the movie its spine and soul. 41. At the 63rd British Academy Film Awards in February 2010, Stewart won the BAFTA Rising Star Award. 42. Stewart at the UK premiere of the Twilight Saga, Breaking Dawn, Part 2 in 2012. Stewart topped Forbes' list of Hollywood's best actors for the buck in 2011. 43. She was listed as the 13th highest earning entertainment industry figure in Vanity Fair's Hollywood's Top 40 list in the same year, with an estimated earning of $28.5 million for her film roles during the year. 44. Forbes also ranked her as the world's highest paid actress in 2012, with total earnings of $34.5 million. 45. The fourth installment in the Twilight film series, Breaking Dawn, Part 1, was released on November 18, 2011. The Village Voice's Dan Coney said Stewart beautifully underplays the role. 46. While Emma Dibdin of Total Film described the relationship between Stewart and Pattinson's characters as like a sad, destructive charade despite the actors' chemistry. 47. On January 13, 2012, she became the face of a new unnamed Balenciaga perfume. In June, its name was promoted as Flora Botanica. 48. Stewart starred as Snow White in the film Snow White and the Huntsman, 2012. 49. Stewart appeared as Mary Lou in On the Road, the film adaptation of Jack Kerouac's novel of the same name. 50. She concluded the role of Bella Swan in Breaking Dawn, Part 2, released in November 2012. The film attracted a mixed critical response but found success during its box office run, grossing $830 million worldwide and becoming the 81st highest grossing film. 51. 52. The Twilight film series, dubbed the Twilight Saga, generated $3.32 billion worldwide, making it one of the highest grossing film franchises. 53. 54. According to Forbes, Stewart was the world's highest paid actress in 2012, with total earnings of $34.5 million. She earned $12.5 million each for the last two installments in the Twilight series, including royalties. 45. On December 11, 2013, Chanel announced Stewart as their new face for a Western-inspired fashion collection. The campaign was shot by Karl Lagerfeld and released online in May 2014. 55. In 2014, Balenciaga released a new fragrance, Rosa Botanica, with Stewart remaining the face of the brand. 56. She was ranked number 3 on Forbes' highest paid actress in 2013, with a total earning of $22 million, number 10 in 2014 with $12 million, and number 9 in 2015 with $12 million. Camp X-Ray, her first film of 2014, premiered at the 2014 Sundance Film Festival on January 17. 57. While it generated mixed reviews from critics, Stewart's performance as a young soldier stationed at Guantanamo Bay detention camp received praise. 58 David Rooney of The Hollywood Reporter called it her best screen work to date, playing the role of an inexperienced military guard. 59 While Zan Brooks of The Guardian said, "It's a role that reminds us what a fine performer she was in the likes of Into the Wild and Adventureland." 60. In 2014, she appeared in the music video for Jenny Lewis' Just One of the Guys, and in the New York Times short movie 9 Kisses. Stewart next starred alongside Juliette Binoche and Chloe Grace Moretz in Olivier Assayas's Clouds of Sils Maria. The film premiered at the 2014 Cannes Film Festival. 61-62 Her performance in the film was critically acclaimed. 63-64 Todd McCarthy of The Hollywood Reporter said that Stewart's habitual low-keyed style, which can border on the monotone, functions as effectively underplayed contrast. 65. Peter DeBrugge of Variety praised Stewart's spontaneous, agitated energy that makes her the most compellingly watchable American actress of her generation. 66. Robbie Collin of the Daily Telegraph described her portrayal as sharp and subtle, knowable, and then suddenly distant, and highlighted the brilliant lightness of touch in her approach to the film's twist. 67 For the performance, Stewart won the César Award for Best Supporting Actress, becoming the first American actress to receive a nomination in 30 years. She is the second American winner after Adrienne Brody, who won the César Award for Best Actor in 2003. 68-69 That same year, Stewart appeared alongside Julianne Moore in Still Alice, a drama film that premiered at the 2014 Toronto International Film Festival. Critics commended her performance in the film. 63 Peter Travers of Rolling Stone called her wonderfully vibrant and contentious and said, "Even when Still Alice sometimes slips into sentiment, Moore and Stewart are funny, fierce and glorious." 70. Stewart at the 2016 Cannes Film Festival. Stewart appeared in Tim Blake Nelson's Anesthesia, an indie drama about a group of New Yorkers, which was released on January 8, 2016, by IFC Films. 71 She co-starred with Jesse Eisenberg again in American Ultra, 2015. 72 That same year, she starred in Once and Forever, which was directed by Karl Lagerfeld. Stewart co-starred along with Nicholas Hoult in Drake Doremus' futuristic love story Equals, which was released on July 15, 2016. 73 Stewart was confirmed to join Kelly Reichardt's film Certain Women in 2015. The film was released on October 14, 2016. 74 She starred in the Woody Allen film Café Society, opposite Steve Carell and Jesse Eisenberg, marking her third collaboration with the latter. 75 Gaining mixed reviews upon its premiere, the film was released in July 2016. 76 Stewart also reunited with Clouds of Sils Maria director Olivier Assayas to headline his film Personal Shopper, a ghost story that takes place in the fashion industry. 77 She also co-starred in Ang Lee's war drama Billy Lynn's Long Halftime Walk 78, which was released on November 11, 2016. In December 2016, Stewart appeared in the official music video for the Rolling Stones single Ride 'Em On Down. 79 In 2016, Stewart became the youngest actress to be an honoree at the New York Film Festival. 80 In the same year, Stewart was also an honoree at ELLE's Women in Hollywood Awards alongside Amy Adams, Felicity Jones, Anna Kendrick, Aya Naomi King, Helen Mirren, and Lupita Nyong'o. 81. In May 2016, it was announced that Stewart would make her directorial debut with a short film for the female-focused digital publisher Refinery 29. It would be part of their Chatterbox anthology. 82 The short film, titled Come Swim, had its world premiere at the 2017 Sundance Film Festival. 83 In June, Stewart appeared in a video ad campaign for Chanel. 84 In 2017, Stewart co-authored a computer science preprint about the use of neural net techniques in the making of her short film Come Swim. 85 That same year, Stewart hosted Saturday Night Live for the first time with musical guest Alessia Cara 86 and was invited to join the Academy of Motion Picture Arts and Sciences. 87. In 2018, Stewart appeared opposite Chloe Sevigny in Lizzie, about Lizzie Borden, directed by Craig William McNeil, which had its world premiere at the 2018 Sundance Film Festival. 88-89 It was released on September 14, 2018, by Saban Films and Roadside Attractions. 90-91 The film received mixed reviews from critics. 92 She also starred in J.T. Leroy, a biopic about Laura Albert, alongside Laura Dern and Diane Kruger. 93-94 She also appeared in the music video for Interpol's If You Really Love Nothing. 95-96 She also served as a member of the jury for the official competition of the 2018 Cannes Film Festival. 97. Resurgence, 2020s. Stewart at the 2024 Berlin International Film Festival. Stewart starred as actress Jean Seberg in Seberg, directed by Benedict Andrews. 98 It premiered at the 76th Venice International Film Festival in August 2019. 99 While the film received mixed reviews, Stewart's performance received praise. 100 Time magazine declared her performance the 10th best performance of 2019. 101 Stewart returned to mainstream Hollywood with starring roles in the action comedy film Charlie's Angels, 2019, and the science fiction film Underwater, 2020. Critics were mixed in their reviews of both films, but Stewart's performance in the former was well received. 102-103 Stewart wrote and directed a short film titled Crickets, as part of the anthology series Homemade, which follows stories from 18 filmmakers from around the world during the COVID-19 pandemic isolation. It was co-produced by Pablo Larraín's production company, Fabula. The series was released on Netflix on June 30, 2020. 104 Stewart later starred opposite Mackenzie Davis in Happiest Season, an LGBT holiday romance film directed by Clea Duvall, which was released on November 25, 2020. 105-106. In June 2020, Stewart was announced as having been cast as Diana, Princess of Wales in Pablo Larraín's biographical drama film Spencer, which chronicles Diana's decision to divorce Charles, Prince of Wales. 107 She worked with a dialect coach and studied Diana's posture for the part. 108 Describing Diana as someone who sticks out as a sparkly house on fire, Stewart said she felt more free and alive and able to move in the role than she did in any of her previous projects. 109 The film premiered at the 78th Venice International Film Festival in September 2021 and released in November that same year. 110-111 Critics lauded Stewart's portrayal of Diana, with Jonathan Romney of Screen Daily describing it as brittle, tender, sometimes playful, and not a little uncanny, and Kyle Buchanan of the New York Times deeming her casting a meta-stroke of genius. 112 Stewart received nominations for the Academy Award for Best Actress and Golden Globe Award for Best Actress in a Motion Picture, Drama for her performance. 113-114. Stewart played an investigator in the film Crimes of the Future. It premiered at the 2022 Cannes Film Festival. 115 In his review, Todd McCarthy of Deadline Hollywood described Stewart's portrayal as oddly nervous. 116 In 2023, Stewart was selected as jury president for the competition section of 73rd Berlin International Film Festival held in February. 117 In 2024, Stewart starred in writer-director Rose Glass's romantic thriller Love Lies Bleeding. 118 She also starred with Michael Angarano and Michael Cera in Angarano's road film Sacramento. 119. Filming began in February 2025 on The Wrong Girls, in which she has a starring role, and also co-wrote and produced. 120 She is set to star in the movie Flesh of the Gods. 121-122. In her directorial debut, Stewart wrote and directed The Chronology of Water, a film adaptation of writer Lydia Yanevich's memoir. 1. Public image. Stewart ranked number 7 on Ask Men's list of top 99 women for 2013. 123 Glamour UK named her the best dressed woman in 2012, 2013, and 2016. 124, 125, 126 in 2020, Stewart received the Actress of the Decade award by the Hollywood Critics Association. 127. Personal life. Stewart resides in Los Angeles. 128 in 2017, she stated that she is bisexual, saying, "You're not confused if you're bisexual. It's not confusing at all. For me, it's quite the opposite." 129. In 2019, Stewart stated that she had been advised not to be affectionate with her girlfriend in public, in order to land mainstream roles. She said, "I don't want to work with people like that." 130. Stewart identifies as a feminist. 131. She has echinophobia, the fear of horses. 132. Stewart dated Anton Yelchin when they were filming Fierce People. She described him as her first heartbreak. 133. After their split, Stewart dated her Speak co-star Michael Angareno from 2005 to early 2009. 134, 135. Stewart and screenwriter Dylan Meyer, her wife, at the 27th Critics' Choice Awards. In mid-2009, Stewart became romantically linked to her Twilight co-star Robert Pattinson. In July 2012, Stewart was photographed with her Snow White and the Huntsman director Rupert Sanders, revealing an affair. The day the photos were released, Sanders, who was 19 years her senior and married at the time, issued a public apology for the affair, as did Stewart. 136. The media backlash from the revelation caused a large emotional toll on Stewart. 137. Stewart said the affair happened during a self-destructive moment in her life and called it a really traumatic period in my early 20s that kick-started something in me that was a bit more feral. 138. Pattinson and Stewart split, later reconciling in October 2012. The pair eventually broke up in May 2013. 139. In mid-2013, Stewart started dating visual effects producer Alicia Cargill. 140. She briefly dated French singer Soko in the spring of 2016, before she resumed dating Cargill in mid-2016. 141. Stewart briefly dated musician Saint Vincent in late 2016. 142. From late 2016, she was in a relationship with New Zealand model Stella Maxwell until their breakup in late 2018. 143. Stewart has been in a relationship with screenwriter Dylan Meyer since August 2019, and stated in November 2021 that she and Meyer were engaged. 144. The couple got married in an intimate ceremony in Los Angeles on April 20, 2025. 145. Charity work. In 2012, Stewart signed and donated the dress she wore to the premiere of the Twilight Saga, Breaking Dawn, Part 2 to a charity buzz auction benefiting the Robin Hood Foundation's Sandy Relief Fund, which provides long-term support to those affected by Hurricane Sandy. 146. In 2016, she participated in building a school in Nicaragua through the nonprofit Build On, with the goal being to give children the opportunity to become educated in a safe space and to break the cycle of poverty and illiteracy. 147. The following year, she raised $500,000 for Hurricane Sandy relief by meeting with an unnamed Middle Eastern prince for 15 minutes. 148. In early 2026, Stewart said she purchased the Highland Theater, a 3-story movie and live theater located at 5604 North Figueroa Street in the Highland Park neighborhood of Los Angeles, California, with plans to reopen it, following its closure in 2024. Rafe Chamomile Cassidy, born November 12, 2001, is an English actress. She first appeared as a child actress in the television movie Spanish Flu, The Forgotten Fallen, 2009, adding her first brief film role in Dark Shadows, 2012, her first main cast television role in 32 Brinkburn Street, 2011, and main cast film role in Tomorrowland, 2015. She followed this with a dual role in director Brady Corbett's Vox Lux, 2018, and her first top billing in The Other Lamb, 2019. She had another dual role in the 2024 drama film The Brutalist, also directed by Corbett. Early life. Rafe Chamomile Cassidy was born on 12 November 2001 in Salford, England. 2-3 Her father teaches acting, and she grew up in a family where her siblings were also involved in the entertainment business. Cassidy took acting classes at David Johnson Drama in Manchester. 4-5 Her first part came unexpectedly as she was accompanying her older brother, Finney Cassidy, on an audition for a role on a BBC drama. The casting crew needed a girl and, according to Cassidy, she just happened to be there. 6. Career. Cassidy's credits in 2012 include brief film roles in Tim Burton's Dark Shadows, as well as Snow White and the Huntsman, portraying the young version of Kristen Stewart's Snow White. In 2015, Cassidy completed production as the title character of Molly in Amber Entertainment's Molly Moon and the Incredible Book of Hypnotism, and starred as the audio animatronic Athena in Disney's Tomorrowland, as an assistant to Hugh Laurie's character. 7 On television, she co-starred in Mr. Selfridge, alongside Jeremy Piven. 7. In 2013, Cassidy was named to Screen International magazine's Stars of Tomorrow. At that time, she was the youngest actor ever to be featured on the annual list. Charlize Theron, /Arliss Theta RN /Charlize Theron 1 Afrikaans, Arlistron 2 born August 7, 1975, is a South African and American actress and producer. One of the world's highest paid actresses, she is the recipient of various accolades, including an Academy Award and a Golden Globe Award. In 2016, Time named her one of the 100 most influential people in the world. She came to international prominence in the 1990s by playing the leading lady in the Hollywood films The Devil's Advocate, 1997, Mighty Joe Young, 1998, and The Cider House Rules, 1999. She received critical acclaim for her portrayal of serial killer Aileen Wuornos in Monster, 2003, for which she won the Silver Bear and Academy Award for Best Actress, becoming the first South African to win an acting Oscar. She received another Academy Award nomination for playing a sexually abused woman seeking justice in the drama North Country, 2005. She has starred in several commercially successful action films, including The Italian Job, 2003, Hancock, 2008, Prometheus, 2012, Mad Max, Fury Road, 2015, Atomic Blonde, 2017, and The Old Guard, 2020, as well as several Fast and Furious installments, The Fate of the Furious, 2017, F9, 2021, and Fast X, 2023. She received praise for playing troubled women in Jason Reitman's comedy dramas Young Adult, 2011, and Tully, 2018, and for portraying Megyn Kelly in the biographical drama Bombshell, 2019, she received her third Academy Award nomination. Since the early 2000s, she has ventured into film production with her company Denver and Delilah Productions. She has produced numerous films, many in which she had a starring role, including The Burning Plane, 2008, Dark Places, 2015, and Long Shot, 2019. Theron became an American citizen in 2007, while retaining her South African citizenship. Early life. Charlize Theron was born in Benoni, in Transvaal Province, Gauteng Province since 1994, of South Africa. 5. She is the only child of road builders 6. Gerda, née Maritz, 7, 16–18 and Charles Theron. 7, 16–18, 34. The Second Boer War military leader Daniel Theron was her great-granduncle. 7, 14. She is from an Afrikaner family, and her ancestry includes Dutch as well as French and German. Her French forebears were early Huguenots in South Africa. 7, 14. Although Theron is fluent in English, her first language is Afrikaans. 8, 9. She grew up on her parents' farm in Benoni, near Johannesburg. 10, 11, 12, 13. On June 21, 1991, Theron's father, an alcoholic, threatened both Charlize and her mother while drunk, physically attacking her mother and firing a gun at both of them. 14. Theron's mother retrieved her own handgun, shot back and killed him. 14. The shooting was legally adjudged to have been self-defense, and her mother faced no charges. 15, 16. Theron attended Pootfontein Primary School, latter school Pootfontein, 11. A period during which she has said she was not fitting in. 17. She was frequently unwell with jaundice throughout childhood, and the antibiotics she was administered made her upper incisor milk teeth rot. They had to be surgically removed. Theron's permanent teeth did not grow until she was roughly 10 years old. 18, 19. At 13, Theron was sent to boarding school and began her studies at the National School of the Arts in Johannesburg. 10, 18. About her early life in her home country, Theron has said, "I grew up as an only child in South Africa, and there was turmoil in my family, but the surroundings were so great. I was usually barefoot in the dirt, no Game Boys, no computers, and we had sanctions, so there were no concerts. This meant you had to entertain yourself." 20. Career. 1991 to 2002, early work and breakthrough. Although she saw herself as a dancer, 21. Theron left South Africa at age 16 to begin a modeling career in Europe. 22. That same year, she won a one-year modeling contract 10 at a local competition in Salerno, Italy. 21, 23. And moved with her mother to Milan, Italy. 24, 25. After Theron spent a year modeling throughout Europe, she and her mother moved to the United States. They resided in New York City and Miami. 25. In New York, she attended the Joffrey Ballet School, where she trained as a ballet dancer until a knee injury closed this career path. 21, 26. As Theron recalled in 2008, "I went to New York for 3 days to model, and then I spent a winter in New York in a friend's windowless basement apartment. I was broke, I was taking class at the Joffrey Ballet, and my knees gave out. I realized I couldn't dance anymore, and I went into a major depression. My mom came over from South Africa and said, 'Either you figure out what to do next or you come home, because you can sulk in South Africa.'" 21. In 1994, 27. Theron flew to Los Angeles on a one-way ticket her mother bought for her. She intended to work in the film industry. 21. During her initial months there, she lived in a motel with the $300 budget that her mother had given her. 6. She continued receiving checks from New York and lived from paycheck to paycheck. 28. Theron stole bread from a basket in a restaurant to survive. 28, 6. One day, she went to a Hollywood Boulevard bank to cash a few checks, including one her mother had sent to help with the rent. 26, 6. However, the check from her mother was rejected because it was out of state and she was not an American citizen. 6. Theron argued and pleaded with the bank teller until talent agent John Crosby, 26, who was the next customer behind her, cashed it for her and gave her his business card. 10-6. Crosby introduced Theron to an acting school. 29. In 1995, she played her first non-speaking film role in the horror film Children of the Corn 3, Urban Harvest. 10. In Theron's first speaking role, she portrayed Heatwoman Helga Svelgen in 2 Days in the Valley, 1996. Despite the film's mixed reviews, Theron drew attention due to her beauty and to a scene in which she fought Terry Hatcher's character. 6:30-31 Theron feared being typecast as characters similar to Helga and recalled being asked to repeat her performance in the film during audition 6. A lot of people were saying, you should just hit while the iron's hot, but playing the same part over and over doesn't leave you with any longevity. And I knew it was going to be harder for me, because of what I look like, to branch out to different kinds of roles. 30. When auditioning for Showgirls, Theron was introduced to talent agent J.J. Harris by co-casting director Johanna Ray. She recalled being surprised at how much faith Harris had in her potential. Theron has referred to Harris as her mentor. Harris found scripts and films for Theron in a variety of genres and encouraged her to become a producer. She served as Theron's agent for over 15 years. 6:24. Theron's career expanded by the end of the 1990s. In the horror drama The Devil's Advocate, 1997, which is credited as her breakout film 32, Theron starred alongside Keanu Reeves and Al Pacino as the haunted wife of an unusually successful lawyer. She subsequently starred in the adventure film Mighty Joe Young, 1998, as the friend and protector of a giant mountain gorilla, and in the drama The Cider House Rules, 1999, as a woman who seeks an abortion in World War II-era Maine. 10. While Mighty Joe Young flopped at the box office, 33, The Devil's Advocate and The Cider House Rules were commercially successful. 34-35 She appeared on the cover of the January 1999 issue of Vanity Fair as the White Hot Venus. 36 The May 1999 issue of Playboy magazine also featured Theron on its cover. The photos of Theron used by Playboy had been taken several years earlier when she was an unknown model, and Theron unsuccessfully sued the magazine for publishing them without her consent. 37-38 By the early 2000s, Theron continued to steadily take on roles in films such as Reindeer Games, 2000, The Yards, 2000, The Legend of Bagger Vance, 2000, Men of Honor, 2000, Sweet November, 2001, The Curse of the Jade Scorpion, 2001, and Trapped, 2002, all of which, despite achieving only limited commercial success, helped to establish her as an actress. On this period in her career, Theron remarked, "I kept finding myself in a place where directors would back me but studios didn't. I began a love affair with directors, the ones I really, truly admired. I found myself making really bad movies, too. Reindeer Games was not a good movie, but I did it because I loved director John Frankenheimer." 39. 2003 to 2010, Rise to Prominence. Theron on the cover of Ms. Magazine in 2005. Theron starred as a safe and vault technician in the 2003 heist film The Italian Job, an American remake of the 1969 British film of the same name, directed by F. Gary Gray and opposite Mark Wahlberg, Edward Norton, Jason Statham, Seth Green, and Donald Sutherland. The film was a box office success, grossing $176 million worldwide. 40. In Monster, 2003, Theron portrayed serial killer Aileen Wuornos, a former prostitute who was executed in Florida in 2002 for killing 6 men. She was not tried for a 7th murder. In the late 1980s and early 1990s, 10 film critic Roger Ebert felt that Theron gave one of the greatest performances in the history of the cinema. 41. For her portrayal, she was awarded the Academy Award for Best Actress at the 76th Academy Awards in February 2004. 42. As well as the Screen Actors Guild Award and the Golden Globe Award. 43. She is the first South African to win an Oscar for Best Actress. 44. The Oscar win pushed her to the Hollywood Reporter's 2006 list of highest paid actresses in Hollywood, earning up to $10 million for a film. She ranks 7th. 45. Ask Men named her the #1 most desirable woman of 2003. 46. For her role as Swedish actress and singer Britt Ekland in the 2004 HBO film The Life and Death of Peter Sellers, Theron garnered Golden Globe Award and Primetime Emmy Award nominations. 47. In 2005, she portrayed Rita, the mentally challenged love interest of Michael Bluth, Jason Bateman, on the third season of Fox's television series Arrested Development 48 and starred in the financially unsuccessful science fiction thriller Aeon Flux. For her voiceover work in the Aeon Flux video game, she received a Spike Video Game Award for Best Performance by a Human Female. 4950. Theron attending the premiere of North Country at the 2005 Toronto International Film Festival. In the critically acclaimed drama North Country, 2005, Theron played a single mother and an iron mine worker experiencing sexual harassment. David Rooney of Variety wrote, "The film represents a confident next step for lead Charlize Theron." Though the challenges of following a career-redefining Oscar role have stymied actresses, Theron segues from monster to a performance in many ways more accomplished. The strength of both the performance and character anchor the film firmly in the tradition of other dramas about working-class women leading the fight over industrial workplace issues, such as Norma Rae or Silkwood. 51. Roger Ebert echoed the same sentiment, calling her an actress who has the beauty of a fashion model but has found resources within herself for these powerful roles about unglamorous women in the world of men. 52. For her performance, she received Academy Award and Golden Globe Award nominations for Best Actress. 53-43 Ms. Magazine honored her for this performance with a feature article in its fall 2005 issue. 54 On September 30, 2005, Theron received a star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame. 44. In 2007, Theron played a police detective in the critically acclaimed crime film In the Valley of Illa, and produced and starred as a reckless, slatternly mother in the drama film Sleepwalking, alongside Nick Stahl and Anna Sophia Robb. The Christian Science Monitor praised the latter film, commenting that despite its deficiencies, and the inadequate screen time allotted to Theron, who's quite good, Sleepwalking has a core of feeling. 55 In 2008, Theron starred as a woman who faced a traumatic childhood in the drama The Burning Plain, directed by Guillermo Arriaga and opposite Jennifer Lawrence and Kim Basinger, and played the ex-wife of an alcoholic superhero alongside Will Smith in the superhero film Hancock. The Burning Plain found a limited release in U.S. theaters 56 but grossed $5,267,917 outside the U.S. Hancock made $624.3 million worldwide. 57 Also in 2008, Theron was named the Hasty Pudding Theatricals Woman of the Year 58 and was asked to be a UN Messenger of Peace by the UN Secretary-General Ban Ki-moon. 59. Her film releases in 2009 were the post-apocalyptic drama The Road, in which she briefly appears in flashbacks, and the animated film Astro Boy, providing her voice for a character. On December 4, 2009, Theron co-presented the draw for the 2010 FIFA World Cup in Cape Town, South Africa, accompanied by several other celebrities of South African nationality or ancestry. During rehearsals she drew an Ireland ball instead of France as a joke at the expense of FIFA, referring to Thierry Henry's handball controversy in the playoff match between France and Ireland. 60-61 The stunt alarmed FIFA enough for it to fear she might do it again in front of a live global audience. 62. 2011 to 2019, established actress. Following a 2-year hiatus from films, Theron returned to the spotlight in 2011 with the black comedy Young Adult. Directed by Jason Reitman, the film earned critical acclaim, particularly for her performance as a depressed, divorced, alcoholic 37-year-old ghostwriter. Richard Roper awarded the film an A grade, stating Charlize Theron delivers one of the most impressive performances of the year. 63 She was nominated for a Golden Globe Award and several other awards. Roger Ebert called her one of the best actors working today. 64. Theron promoting Prometheus at the 2012 WonderCon. In 2012, Theron took on the role of villain in 2 big-budgeted films. She played Evil Queen Ravenna, Snow White's evil stepmother, in Snow White and the Huntsman 65 opposite Kristen Stewart and Chris Hemsworth, and appeared as a crew member with a hidden agenda in Ridley Scott's Prometheus. Mick LaSalle of the San Francisco Chronicle found Snow White and the Huntsman to be a slow, boring film that has no charm and is highlighted only by a handful of special effects and Charlize Theron's truly evil queen. 66 While The Hollywood Reporter writer Todd McCarthy, describing her role in Prometheus, asserted, "Theron is in ice goddess mode here, with the emphasis on ice, but perfect for the role all the same." 67 Both films were major box office hits, grossing around $400 million internationally each. 68-69 The following year, Vulture/New York Mag named her the 68th most valuable star in Hollywood, saying, "We're just happy that Theron can stay on the list in a year when she didn't come out with anything. Any actress who's got that kind of skill, beauty, and ferocity ought to have a permanent place in Hollywood." 70 On May 10, 2014, Theron hosted Saturday Night Live on NBC. 71-72 In 2014, Theron took on the role of the wife of an infamous outlaw in the Western comedy film A Million Ways to Die in the West, directed by Seth MacFarlane, which was met with mediocre reviews and moderate box office returns. 73-74. In 2015, Theron played the sole survivor of the massacre of her family in the film adaptation of the Gillian Flynn novel Dark Places, directed by Jill Packett-Brenner, in which she had a producer credit. 75 And starred as Imperator Furiosa in Mad Max, Fury Road, 2015, opposite Tom Hardy. 76-77 Mad Max received widespread critical acclaim, with praise going towards Theron for the dominant nature taken by her character. 78 The film made $378.4 million worldwide. 79 She next reprised her role as Queen Ravenna in the 2016 film The Huntsman, Winter's War, a sequel to Snow White and the Huntsman 80, which was a critical and commercial failure. 81 In 2016, Theron starred as a physician and activist working in West Africa in the little-seen romantic drama The Last Face, with Sean Penn. 82 provided her voice for the 3D stop-motion fantasy film Kubo and the Two Strings, and produced the independent drama Brain on Fire. That year, Time named her in the Time 100 list of the most influential people in the world. 83. Theron at the 2017 San Diego Comic-Con. In 2017, Theron starred in The Fate of the Furious as the cyber-terrorist Cypher, the main antagonist of the entire franchise, and played a spy on the eve of the collapse of the Berlin Wall in 1989 in Atomic Blonde, an adaptation of the graphic novel The Coldest City, directed by David Leitch. 84 The Fate of the Furious had a worldwide gross of $1.2 billion. 85 And Atomic Blonde was described by Richard Roper of the Chicago Sun-Times as a slick vehicle for the magnetic, badass charms of Charlize Theron, who is now officially an A-list action star on the strength of this film and Mad Max, Fury Road. 86 In the black comedy Tully, 2018, directed by Jason Reitman and written by Diablo Cody, Theron played an overwhelmed mother of three. The film was acclaimed by critics, who concluded it delves into the modern parenthood experience with an admirably deft blend of humor and raw honesty, brought to life by an outstanding performance by Charlize Theron. 87 She played the president of a pharmaceutical corporation in the crime film Gringo and produced the biographical war drama film A Private War, both released in 2018. 88. In 2019, Theron produced and starred in the romantic comedy film Long Shot, opposite Seth Rogen and directed by Jonathan Levine, portraying a U.S. Secretary of State who reconnects with a journalist she used to babysit. 89 The film had its world premiere at South by Southwest in March, and was released on May 3 to positive reviews from film critics. 90 Theron next starred as Megyn Kelly in the drama Bombshell, which she co-produced. Directed by Jay Roach, the film revolves around the sexual harassment allegations made against Fox News CEO Roger Ailes by former female employees. 91 For her work in the film, Theron was nominated for an Academy Award for Best Actress, 92 Golden Globe Award for Best Actress in a Motion Picture, Drama 93 Critics' Choice Movie Award for Best Actress, 94 Screen Actors Guild Award for Outstanding Performance by a Female Actor in a Leading Role, 95, and BAFTA Award for Best Actress in a Leading Role. 96 That year, Forbes ranked her as the 9th highest paid actress in the world, with an annual income of $23 million. 4. 2020, present, continued success. In 2020, she produced and starred opposite Kiki Lane in the superhero film The Old Guard, directed by Gina Prince-Bythewood. 97-98 The following year, she reprised her role as Cypher in F9, originally set for release on 22 May 2020, 99 before its delay to June 2021 due to the COVID-19 pandemic. 100. In 2022, Theron appeared in several projects. Upon the film's release in May, it was revealed that Theron would portray the character Clea in the Marvel Cinematic Universe, MCU, beginning with her debut in the mid-credits scene of the superhero film Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness. 101 She played Lady Lesso in the fantasy Netflix film The School for Good and Evil. 102 and filmed a cameo in the 3rd season opener of The Boys as an actress playing Stormfront. 103. In 2023, Theron reprised her role as Cypher in Fast X and executive produced the HBO documentary series Last Call, when a serial killer stalked queer New York about a serial killer preying on gay men. 104 In 2024, she was cast in Christopher Nolan's upcoming epic film The Odyssey, 2026. 105. She participated in the 2026 Winter Olympics opening ceremony, held in Milan's San Siro Stadium. Influences and process. Theron is inspired by actresses Susan Sarandon and Sigourney Weaver. 6. She has described her admiration for Tom Hanks as a love affair and watched many of his films throughout her youth. 106 6 Hollywood actors were not featured in magazines in South Africa, so she did not know how famous he was until she moved to the United States. 6 Which has been inferred as a factor of her down-to-earth attitude to fame. 107 After filming for That Thing You Do finished, Theron got Hanks' autograph on her script. 108 She later presented him his Cecil B. DeMille Award in 2020, in which Hanks revealed that he had a mutual admiration for Theron's career since the day he met her. 109. In 2019, Theron spoke about her method of working on roles. Creating a physical identity together with the emotional part of the character, she said, is a great tool set that adds on to everything else you were already doing as an actor. It's a case-by-case thing, but there is, to me, this beautiful thing that happens when you can get both sides, the exterior and interior. It's a really powerful dynamic. When preparing for a role, I almost treat it like studying. I will find space where I am alone, where I can be focused, where there's nobody in my house, and I can really just sit down and study and play and look at my face and hear my voice and walk around and be a fucking idiot, and my dogs are the only ones who are seeing that. 110. Other ventures. Activism. Theron speaking at a meeting of the World Economic Forum in 2013. The Charlize Theron Africa Outreach Project, TAOP, was created in 2007 by Theron, in an effort to support African youth in the fight against HIV/AIDS. By November 2017, TAOP had raised more than $6.3 million to support African organizations working on the ground. 111. In 2008, Theron was named a United Nations Messenger of Peace. 112-113 In his citation, Ban Ki-moon said of Theron, "You have consistently dedicated yourself to improving the lives of women and children in South Africa, and to preventing and stopping violence against women and girls." 114 She recorded a public service announcement in 2014 as part of the UN's Stop Rape Now program. 115. In December 2009, TAOP and Tom's Shoes partnered to create a limited edition unisex shoe. The shoe was made from vegan materials and inspired by the African baobab tree, the silhouette of which was embroidered on blue and orange canvas. 10,000 pairs were given to destitute children, and a portion of the proceeds went to TAIOP. 116. In 2020, TAIOP partnered with parfums Christian Dior to create Dior Stands with Women, an initiative that includes Cara Delevingne, Yalitza Aparicio, Paloma El Cesar, and others, to encourage women to be assertive by documenting their journey, challenges and accomplishments. 117. Theron is involved in women's rights organizations and has marched in pro-choice rallies. 118. Theron is a supporter of same-sex marriage and attended a march and rally to support that in Fresno, California, on May 30, 2009. 119. She publicly stated that she refused to get married until same-sex marriage became legal in the United States, saying, "I don't want to get married because right now the institution of marriage feels very one-sided, and I want to live in a country where we all have equal rights. I think it would be exactly the same if we were married, but for me to go through that kind of ceremony, because I have so many friends who are gays and lesbians who would so badly want to get married, that I wouldn't be able to sleep with myself." 120. Theron further elaborated on her stance in a June 2011 interview on Piers Morgan Tonight. She stated, "I do have a problem with the fact that our government hasn't stepped up enough to make this federal, to make gay marriage legal. I think everybody has that right." 121. In March 2014, TAIOP was among the charities that benefited from the annual Fame and Philanthropy fundraising event on the night of the 86th Academy Awards. Theron was an honored guest along with Halle Berry and keynote speaker James Cameron. 122. In 2015, Theron signed an open letter which one campaign had been collecting signatures for. The letter was addressed to Angela Merkel and Nkosazana Dlamini Zuma, urging them to focus on women as they serve as the head of the G7 in Germany and the O in South Africa respectively, which will start to set the priorities in development funding before a main UN summit in September 2015 that will establish new development goals for the generation. 123. In August 2017, she visited South Africa with Trevor Noah and made a donation to the South African charity Life Choices. 124. In 2018, she gave a speech about AIDS prevention at the 22nd International AIDS Conference in Amsterdam, organized by the International AIDS Society. 125. On June 22, 2022, it was announced that Theron and Cheryl Lee Ralph would receive the Elizabeth Taylor Commitment to End AIDS Award for their commitment to raising awareness of HIV at the Elizabeth Taylor Ball to End AIDS fundraising gala. 126. Endorsements. Having signed a deal with John Galliano in 2004, Theron replaced Estonian model Taija Cook as the spokeswoman in the J'adore advertisements by Christian Dior. 127. In June 2024, Dior announced Theron would no longer be the face of J'adore and would be replaced by Barbadian singer and businesswoman Rihanna. 128. From October 2005 to December 2006, Theron earned $3 million for the use of her image in a worldwide print media advertising campaign for Raymond Weil watches. 129. In February 2006, she and her production company were sued by Weil for breach of contract. 129. 130. The lawsuit was settled on November 4, 2008. 131. In 2018, Theron joined Brad Pitt, Daniel Wu, and Adam Driver as brand ambassadors for Breitling, dubbed the Breitling Cinema Squad. 132. 133. Personal life. In 2007, Theron became a naturalized citizen of the United States. 134. While retaining her South African citizenship. 135. Theron adopted 2 young daughters. 136. 137. She has been interested in adoption since childhood, when she became aware of orphanages and the overflowing numbers of children in them. 24. In April 2019, Theron revealed that one of her daughters, then 7 years old, is a transgender girl. She said of her daughters, "They were born who they are, and exactly where in the world both of them get to find themselves as they grow up, and who they want to be, is not for me to decide." 138. Theron said in 2018 that she went to therapy in her 30s because of anger, discovering that it was due to her frustration growing up during South Africa's apartheid. 125-24, which ended when she was 15. 24. Theron is a longtime fan of the English band Depeche Mode and was the presenter for their Rock and Roll Hall of Fame induction in 2020. 139. Relationships. Theron's first public relationship was with actor Craig Bierko, whom she dated from 1995 to 1997. 140-141. Theron was in a 3-year relationship with singer Stephen Jenkins until October 2001. Some of Third Eye Blind's third album, Out of the Vein, explores the emotions Jenkins experienced as a result of their breakup. 142-143. Theron was in a relationship with Irish actor Stuart Townsend from 2001 to 2009 after meeting him on the set of Trapped. The couple lived together in Los Angeles and Ireland. 144-145. In December 2013, Theron began dating American actor Sean Penn. 146. The relationship ended in June 2015. 147. There were reports they were engaged, which Theron strongly denied, adding that the relationship had ended before it ever became serious. 148. Theron starred in Penn's film The Last Face, 2016, which they filmed while still a couple. 149. In July 2025, Theron appeared on the podcast Call Her Daddy to candidly express her newly discovered love of casual sex, including having sex with a man 23 years her junior. 150. Health concerns. Theron often quips that she has more injuries on sets that are not action films. 151. However, while filming Ian Flux in Berlin, Theron suffered a herniated disc in her neck, caused by a fall while filming a series of back handsprings. It required her to wear a neck brace for a month. 152. Her thumb ligament tore during filming of The Old Guard when her thumb caught in another actor's jacket during a fight scene, which required 3 operations and 6 months in a thumb brace. 153-154. During the filming of Atomic Blonde she broke teeth from clenching her jaw. 155. And had dental surgery to remove them. I had the removal and I had to put a donor bone in there to heal until I came back, and then I had another surgery to put a metal screw in there. 154. Outside of action films, she had a herniated disc in her lower back as she filmed Tully and suffered from a depression-like state, which she theorized was the result of the processed food she had to eat for her character's postnatal body. 156. In July 2009, she was diagnosed with a serious stomach virus, thought to be contracted while overseas. 157-158. While filming The Road, Theron injured her vocal cords while screaming during the labor scenes. 159. When promoting Long Shot, she revealed that she laughed so hard at Borat that her neck locked for 5 days. 160. She added that on the set of Long Shot she ended up in the ER after knocking her head against a bench behind her when she was putting on knee pads. 160. Filmography and accolades. Main articles: Charlize Theron filmography and list of accolades received by Charlize Theron. Theron has appeared in over 50 films. She has received an Academy Award, a Golden Globe Award, a Screen Actors Guild Award, and nominations for 3 British Academy Film Awards and an Emmy Award. Christopher Hemsworth AM, born August 11, 1983, is an Australian actor and film producer. Born and raised in Melbourne, Victoria, and Bulman, Northern Territory, he rose to prominence playing Kim Hyde in the Australian television series Home and Away, 2004 to 2007, before beginning a film career in Hollywood. In the Marvel Cinematic Universe, Hemsworth starred as Thor in the 2011 film of the same name and reprised the role in several subsequent installments, which established him among the world's highest-paid actors. 1-2. His other film roles include the action films Star Trek, 2009, Snow White and the Huntsman, 2012, and its sequel The Huntsman, Winter's War, 2016, Red Dawn, 2012, Black Cot, 2015, Men in Black, International, 2019, Extraction, 2020, and its 2023 sequel, the thriller A Perfect Getaway, 2009, and the comedy Ghostbusters, 2016. Hemsworth's most critically acclaimed films include the comedy horror The Cabin in the Woods, 2012, the biographical sports film Rush, 2013, in which he portrayed James Hunt, the action film Furiosa, a Mad Max saga, 2024, which earned him a nomination for the IACTA Award for Best Actor in a Supporting Role, and the animated film Transformers 1, 2024, in which he voiced Optimus Prime. Early life. Christopher Hemsworth III was born on August 11, 1983, 4 in Melbourne, 5 to Leonie, née Van Os, 6 an English teacher, and Craig Hemsworth, a social services counselor. 7-8 He has an older brother, Luke, and a younger brother, Liam, both of them also actors. His maternal grandfather is a Dutch immigrant and his maternal grandmother is of Irish descent. 9-10 On his paternal line he is of English, Scottish, and German ancestry. 6. He was brought up both in Melbourne and in the outback in Bulman, Northern Territory. He has said, "My earliest memories were on the cattle stations up in the outback, and then we moved back to Melbourne and then back out there and then back again. Certainly most of my childhood was in Melbourne, but probably my most vivid memories were up there in Bulman with crocodiles and buffalo. Very different walks of life." 5. He attended high school at Heathmont College 5 before his family again returned to the Northern Territory, and then moved a few years later to Phillip Island. 11. Career. Early work, 2002 to 2010. Hemsworth started his career by appearing in several television series. In 2002, Hemsworth starred in 3 episodes of fantasy television series Guinevere Jones as King Arthur, as well as making an appearance in soap opera series Neighbours and 1 episode of Martial Law. The following year, he appeared in an episode of The Saddle Club. In 2004, Hemsworth auditioned for the role of Robbie Hunter in Australian soap opera Home and Away. He did not receive the part, but was subsequently recalled for the part of Kim Hyde. He moved to Sydney to join the cast, appearing in 171 episodes of the series. 12 He left the cast of Home and Away on July 3, 2007. Hemsworth later remarked that although he became more visible after Home and Away, his work on a soap opera did not earn him respect within the film industry. 13. Hemsworth was a contestant on the 5th season of Dancing with the Stars Australia, partnered with professional dancer Avi Ross. The season premiered on September 26, 2006, and after 6 weeks, Hemsworth was eliminated on November 7. Hemsworth's appearance in the franchise almost cost him the role of Thor, as producers of the Marvel film franchise feared fans would be put off. 14. In 2009, Hemsworth played James T. Kirk's father, George Kirk, in the opening scenes of J.J. Abrams' film Star Trek. The role was initially offered to Matt Damon, who turned it down. Abrams appreciated Hemsworth taking on the role. 15. Josh Tyler of Cinema Blend was impressed with Hemsworth, describing the actor's scene as the best 5 minutes I've spent in a movie theater this year. 16. The film was a box office success, grossing $385.7 million. 17. That same year, Hemsworth played the character Cale Garrity in the thriller A Perfect Getaway. It received mixed reviews. 18-19 But Hemsworth was praised for his appropriately intimidating performance of a thuggish backpacker. 20. Paul Young of Screen Rant also praised Hemsworth's performance as solid. 21. Hemsworth went on to play Sam in 2010's Cash alongside English actor Sean Bean, which was the first film he shot when he arrived in the United States. The film's director, Stephen Milburn Anderson, said Hemsworth had only been in the United States for 6 weeks when he had auditioned for the role, recalling, "Here's a guy who is young, has the right look, is a very good actor and, let's face it, he's beautiful. So I say, we need to get this guy in." I was very impressed. 22. In November 2010, The Hollywood Reporter named Hemsworth one of the young male actors who are pushing, or being pushed onto the Hollywood A-list. 23. Thor and worldwide recognition, 2011 to 2015. In 2011, Sony Pictures announced that Hemsworth would star in the thriller Shadow Runner 24, but the film was never made. That same year, Hemsworth was cast as the superhero Thor in the Marvel Cinematic Universe. His first film in the franchise was 2011's Thor. He and castmate Tom Hiddleston, who ultimately played Loki, had each auditioned for the role, for which Hemsworth said he gained 20 pounds of muscle. 25. With a worldwide gross of $449 million 26, Thor was the 15th highest grossing film of 2011. 27. The film received positive reviews. 28. And Hemsworth's portrayal of the God of Thunder was praised by Kenneth Duran of the Los Angeles Times. 29. Hemsworth reprised the role the following year for the film The Avengers, 2012, as one of the 6 superheroes alongside Robert Downey Jr.'s Tony Stark/Iron Man, Chris Evans' Steve Rogers/Captain America, Mark Ruffalo's Bruce Banner/Hulk, Scarlett Johansson's Natasha Romanoff/Black Widow, and Jeremy Renner's Clint Barton/Hawkeye, sent to defend Earth from his adopted brother, Loki. 30. The film was a critical 31 and commercial success, grossing over $1.5 billion worldwide. 32. The ensemble cast was praised for their on-screen chemistry by Peter Travers of Rolling Stone. 33. Hemsworth shot the horror film The Cabin in the Woods shortly after the release of Star Trek, but it went unreleased until 2012. It garnered positive reviews. 34. And his portrayal of alpha male jock Kurt Vaughn was described by Allison Foreman of Mashable as his sexiest role yet. 35. Hemsworth later starred opposite Kristen Stewart in the film Snow White and the Huntsman, 2012, as the Huntsman. Although a commercial success, grossing $396 million worldwide. 36. It received mixed reviews. 37. Critics were critical of Hemsworth and Stewart's on-screen chemistry, and Angela Watercutter of Wired felt the characters were not fully fleshed out. 38. Hemsworth was cast as Jed Eckert in the 2012 Red Dawn remake after MGM saw dailies footage of a scene from The Cabin in the Woods. 39. He was cast as Thor 2 days after being cast in Red Dawn. 39. The film was a box office bomb, grossing only $50 million against a production budget of $65 million. 40, and received negative reviews. 41. Hemsworth in 2013. In 2013, Hemsworth starred in Ron Howard's sports drama film Rush, as 1976 Formula One world champion James Hunt. 42. Henry Barnes of The Guardian was impressed with Hemsworth's performance, praising the actor for delivering the superb script with some mastery. 43. Later that year, Hemsworth reprised the role of Thor for the sequel to Thor in Thor: The Dark World, 2013. 44. Although a commercial success with a worldwide gross of $644 million. 45. The film became the lowest rated film in the MCU franchise on the review aggregator website Rotten Tomatoes at 66% approval rating. 46. The chemistry between Hemsworth and Hiddleston was praised by critics. Ben Child of The Guardian wrote, "Thanks to Hiddleston and Hemsworth's impressive collective charisma, Thor: The Dark World is far from a franchise killer." 47. In 2015, Hemsworth starred in director Michael Mann's action thriller Black Cot, opposite Viola Davis. 48. The film bombed at the box office. 49. And was poorly received. 50. For many critics, a significant issue of the film was the casting of Hemsworth as a hacker. 51. Christy Lemire of the Chicago Sun-Times remarked, "Anyone who makes their way in the world sitting in front of a computer screen all day is not going to look as hunky as Hemsworth." 52. Hemsworth himself later admitted to being displeased with his performance. "I didn't enjoy what I did in the film," he commented. "It just felt flat, and it was also an attempt to do what I thought people might have wanted to see. But I don't think I'm good in that space." 53. He reprised his role as Thor for the fourth time in the sequel to the Avengers, Age of Ultron. 54. In addition to the film receiving positive reviews. 55. And grossing over $1.4 billion worldwide. 56. Hemsworth also won the People's Choice Awards for Favorite Action Movie Actor. 57. Hemsworth returned to the set of Home and Away in November 2014 to film a scene as an extra and not as his character Kim Hyde. 58. 59. The episode which he appeared in was broadcast on May 19, 2015. 59. That same year, he co-starred in the comedy film Vacation, along with Ed Helms, a revival of the film series that originally starred Chevy Chase. 60. He was nominated for the MTV Movie Awards for Best Kiss with Leslie Mann. 61. His last 2015 film was In the Heart of the Sea, based on the book of the same name by Nathaniel Philbrick, with Hemsworth playing First Mate Owen Chase. In an interview on Jimmy Kimmel Live, he said that to prepare for the role of starving sailors, the cast was put on a diet of 500 to 600 calories a day to lose weight. 62. In the Heart of the Sea received mixed reviews from critics, and was a box office disappointment, grossing $93 million against a $100 million budget. 63. But Hemsworth received a nomination for Choice Movie Actor, Action at the 18th Teen Choice Awards. 64. Continued commercial success, 2016, present. In 2016, Hemsworth reprised the role of Eric the Huntsman in The Huntsman, Winter's War, alongside Jessica Chastain, who played his love interest. Writing for IndieWire, Oliver Littleton criticized the on-screen chemistry between Hemsworth and Chastain, stating that they're both struggling uphill against accents they're palpably not comfortable with, displaying zero chemistry, and frankly appearing to be in different films. 65. The film underperformed compared to its predecessor, grossing only $165 million. 66. Hemsworth later joined the cast of the reboot Ghostbusters film, playing Kevin the Receptionist. 67. 68. The film disappointed critically and commercially, but Hemsworth was praised for delivering the most fun by Caroline Westbrook of Metro 69 and won the Kids' Choice Awards for Favorite Movie Actor.